Hello everyone, this is PrussianPrince with our Total War Warhammer 2 tournament match cast. This is Fresh Recruit Tournament number 3. And I'm playing as Bretonnia up against the Vampire Counts of Clanky here. So let's go ahead and hit the pause button and go over the builds very quickly. So I have can't really see the units, which you can't actually see the unit cards properly. Not unit cards, but unit icons through the trees. But anyway, we have Luan Leoncoeur with all these abilities. We of course have a Damsel of Life. Then we have a Paladin as well as a Grail Knight. Over here, I believe we do have 2 Grail Knights actually. Or do we only have 1? Yes, we do have 2 Grail Knights and they're both on the right. We have a bunch of these Spearmen at Arms, some with shields, some without. Then we do have these guys here, the Beast Slayers of Boston, Food Squires. And Defenders of the Fleur de Lis. Knights Errant unit here. And of course some mounted yeoman archers, because the mounted yeoman archers are quite helpful. And also we have the Warders of Montfort here, so that's a lot of ROR on my side. However, let's go over the build of the Vampire Counts. So we have the Blood Dragon the Vampire Lord here. There you have it. Interesting name, Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. Okay. Then we have some of these Crypt Ghouls, Skeleton Warriors, a White King, a Necromancer, Hide the Zombies, ROR. Okay. More Skeleton Warriors, more Crypt Horrors, even a Skeleton Spearman over there. And we have Fellbats, quite a few Fellbats actually, and 2 units of Blood Knights. Which, what you would expect, I guess. Alright, time to hit play and see the situation. Alright, the middle mouse button is kind of not going great on with my mouse right now, but it's alright. Oh, there's actually a direwolf here, which is great, by the way, for Vampire Count. So already I'm trying to do some skirmishing with mounted yeoman archers. Now ideally I'd be hitting the Crypt Horrors here, because these Crypt Ghouls, Crypt Ghouls, yeah, I can actually do quite a lot of damage to them. It's not too terrible, but Skeleton Warriors, technically I can do pretty much a lot of damage with everything. And also there's an engagement over here. You can see Luan and the Paladin are actually trying to engage Blood Dragon here, Vampire Lord. There's definitely some engagements going on over there. Meanwhile, over here, I am really doing my best to skirmish out these Skeleton Warriors, and yeah, this is why it's a good thing that I'm actually fighting in the air here, and not on the ground. If I was fighting on the ground, things would be bad here. So you can see the Wardens of Montfort. I'm skirmishing with them because the direwolves are over here. Also, with these skirmishers over here are doing great actually against these Skeleton Warriors and the Crypt Ghouls. Look at the Crypt Ghoul losing so much. So I finally pull out my Grail Knights, and I get a rear charge on these Skeleton Warriors who are in critical binding here, actually. So they should really be crumbling, but they are not. Okay, I'm gonna get a rear charge here onto these Skeleton Warriors as well. I believe they managed to turn around, and I actually don't do damage with the Knights Errant, actually. ROR. And now I'm using the Paladin to chase off the Vampire Lord here. Of course, I'm using Luan here, who is obviously gonna kill off the Fellbats, but Fellbats are actually slowing down Luan, which is great for him. Here, I have to keep kiting. I do have my Damsel of Life. Grail Knights here gonna go for another charge. Skeleton Warriors doing significant damage here, but of course, I have to disengage here very quickly. These Grail Knights have done quite a lot, but they have to continue doing a lot. Of course, the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord has been healed up, as you can see over here. still around, being chased by the paladin. Now, I am engaging here. I'm actually surrounding all these units here. They're all in critical binding. However, that's not good enough. That is not actually good enough here. And of course, Luan is still busy because the Felbats were actually annoying him. But here I did end up sending in a Spearman at Arms just to hold down as many units here of the Vampire Counts as possible. Now here I am gonna completely mess this up, and I get my Grail Knights charged by Blood Knights. This is really bad, by the way. And I'm trying to disengage here to help with those units over there, but that's not the greatest engagement. However, this unit here is doing great because it's making sure that all of these are busy. Meanwhile, I'm fighting over here. There's a sort of Couronne pop, but you know, Defenders of Fleur de Lis here haven't done very well actually against the Felbats. Well, not against the Felbats, but I'm guessing the Crypt Horrors and the Crypt Ghouls here actually killed them. Here, mounted Yeoman Archers are running. You can see that the Paladin is still chasing off the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord here. There's finally an engagement over here between the two. Look at this guy. And of course, I'm actually hitting him with some of my 100 Yeoman Archers, and Luan is here, but you know, he's pretty fast actually. He has 105 speed. The same as the Paladin, but faster than Luan, so he can actually run away from Luan and even from the Paladin, technically, right? At least the Paladin isn't actually going to be able to catch him, so I end up stopping here, and I'm going for a rear charge onto this massive blob of units of Vampire Counts. You can see the middle mouse button messing up for me. So yeah, that's actually really good. The surround that I've managed to get here on these units, doing wonders for me. But right now, I have actually lost this unit of Grail Knights here, and I haven't actually done a lot of work against those Blood Knights. So this is a potential issue for me here. I'm fairly confident that I can kill most of these units here, but I am really worried about the Blood Knights. I'm really, really worried about the Blood Knights here. Over here you can see the Paladin is engaged. Blood Dragon Vampire Lord here. Oh, the Damsel of Life is gonna get charged by it. That's not good for me. The Paladin is still here fighting off against the White King. And now I'm gonna go down onto the Blood Dragon. There you go. So this should be a better engagement for me. However, the Damsel does actually get routed, but I get both the Paladin in and King Luan. And I do actually pop the... what was that? Oh, Helm of Discord on me. But Paladin does go around, and I am still gonna end up surrounding him here. Sword of Couronne. Okay, here, am I gonna get a hit on him? Not really. So I don't actually manage to get him off the field, which is not good for me. However, I do have some Knights Errant coming back. There's still there's still that Necromancer over there. I still have a Grail Knight unit, though. So here, the Sword of Couronne did not work out for me that well, but I am over here, though. I'm not sure why I'm chasing with Luan instead of fighting this blob. Right now, fighting in this blob would be great. I suppose I'm trying to really chase off his Lord, but in doing so, I'm wasting the DPS I could have with my Lord. Looks like I think I finally realized here that I actually need to do something, but the opportunity is kind of gone here. And of course, the Paladin is chasing off the Vampire Lord, which is good. I only need the Paladin to chase him off, right? The Paladin is going to do great against the Lord here. That's very good for me. And of course, with Luan's support, this is very good, but still going to be a bit rough here. I'm actually pulling Luan out here. I'm not entirely sure if this is good, but I do get a charge with these Knights Errant here. Doing a lot of damage to these zombies. Well, I mean, they are zombies after all, so... Thing is, I don't really know where... Okay, he has some Crypt Ghouls here, and there's a bunch more units here from from the vampire counts, but right now you can see that there's the White King here pretty much on full HP, which is a problem. Of course, I am getting the zombies here, and I'm gonna get another charge off with these Knights Errant here. You see they should be getting a couple more hits here. Now I'm gonna have to disengage. I'm not sure if they will survive that though. And here I'm actually, oh, the Vampire Lord here is actually caught in melee, so if I do actually kill him off, which might very well be possible here, I did actually manage to Earthblood the Paladin. This should be a kill. The Paladin should be getting him. Oh, he got hit pretty badly here. I get Luan in. I get a hit, but I don't think I get the Lord. That is so close. That is so close. However, he's wavering. He's got critical binding. However, he's still up there. He's still up there. He is actually healing. So this is really close right now. Oh, I do get my Cav caught here, and they're gonna die to the Blood Knights. And look at this. The Vampire Lord is actually chasing off some of my routing units. That's not a bad move. I still have some mounted yeoman archers here. I am popping the Sword of Couronne again, which should be helping here. Look at these Baston foot squires here doing a great job here with the support of Luan. But here, this is the problem for me. There are these two Blood Knights. One of them isn't very healthy, but another has 48 models left. Huge problem here. Luan isn't going to be able to do it. The Paladin has routed, but he is now back. And he does need to be healed. He hasn't reached his healing cap quite yet. You see, the issue here, though, is that Vampire Lord here is still on the field. I didn't kill him yet, so he can still be very annoying, and I still can't actually destroy these units. That's the problem. Foot squires here, of course. Invocation of Nehek has been popped onto those Blood Knights, so that's going to be... Wow, they're really not at their healing cap, are they? But there's not a lot of models left, so... Okay, here I have more mounted yeoman archers, and Luan is still here, but he's about to be surrounded by Blood Knights, and when he's surrounded by Blood Knights, I don't think he's really gonna like his situation. Especially as, you know, I don't have more actual units left here. So Luan's taking damage, and as you can see, the balance of power is already not looking good for me, because I'm probably gonna be losing Luan here. Trying to disengage, because I really am trying to get the Vampire Lord here, but that's really hard right now. You know, I still have Luan here, who is really doing his best. I'm trying to actually disengage him from here, because I have the mounted yeoman archers engaged. And here I do end up catching the Vampire Lord Blood Dragon, but oh, the Paladin ends up routing, and there's like 100 HP left on the Vampire Lord here. Very, very, very close, but, you know, my Paladin does end up in a very bad situation here. 106, 5 leadership. Look at how close that was. Had my Paladin finished off the Vampire Lord there, this could have been excellent for me. And, you know, because I am trying to get the Vampire Lord right now, right? Who is... As you can see, at his healing cap, he literally cannot... Well, actually, not really. He can actually get healed a little bit more. But still, right now, the situation is dire on my side. But, you know, his lord is not in a great spot. You can see I'm going in here, and he's crumbling. He's dead. Luan scared him. Basically, Luan showed up, and then he's like, hey, goodbye, sir. So now... I'm going to speed things up here, you know, because, yeah, the thing is, even though I have his lord, and if we are to check his leadership here... No, I'm looking at Luan, not the... Okay. The Brave Guard here, for example. Lord dead, -10, you can see that. He's taking some damage here, but the thing is, as White King, he has a Necromancer, he has, like... Graveguard, look, that's actually Graveguard, so yeah. He still has the Blood Knight, so even so, the balance of power is not in my favor. I do have a Spearman here, I believe, but I mean, I kind of have to attack, right? I can't sit there, I'm not sure. Now, the Damsel is being chased. You know, I killed the Vampire Lord a little bit too late, I think, but, you know, I am popping the Sword of Couronne right now. And I am getting some rear charges off with the mounted yeoman archers, so this is helping. But if I got multiple cap charges here, like from this angle, like, you know, because the leadership is fairly low on all the vampire count units. Well, not all of them. The Blood Knights have very good leadership. There's that. Okay, my mounted yeoman archers are not doing so hot right now. And more Blood Knights are coming. However, I do have the Damsel of Life here. And Luan is not at his healing cap, so technically if I keep Earthblooding Luan... But I'm not gonna get that opportunity because the Damsel just got caught by the Blood Knights. I'm trying to disengage, but she's gonna end up routing off the field, which is very bad here. And she's very low. But the Blood Knights are not gonna chase. However, Luan is doing work here. He's doing a lot of work, but... And you can see he has like 150 kills, but that's not really gonna end up being enough, you would think. Okay, so I do get the Damsel back. If I end up popping an Earthblood on Luan, this could be great. You can see that really helped. And I did pop an Earthblood over on Luan, so that is going to be very helpful. But the real question is that going to be enough here? So the ones that... Well, there's a lot of units here, so I really need to kill the Blood Knights. That would be massive here. But I don't actually get that opportunity, and like everything wavers and routes off the field. So that was a close game against Clanky, for sure. You can see that actually the Beast Layers of Baston did pretty well for themselves, but... And Luan did great, but some of these Spearmen as well, but yeah. The Grail Knights, they kind of messed up against the Blood Knights, and the Blood Knights did an amazing job here. No, the Yeoman Archers, I'm pretty happy with them, but still. Although this Grail Knight did get an XP chevron, so I don't know. Not too terrible, but this is pretty close at the end, you could see, but just not close enough, you know. He still has the White King, Necromancer, and Blood Knights, and one full Graveguard. So technically, you know, if I manage to do what I did, but which is get rid of his Lord, but do it earlier and keep the Paladin, maybe I could have won that, you know, because it was kind of, you know, because if I managed to do it earlier, then I would have had more units, right? So then I could have done more things there, could have eventually routed him faster, and or, you know, made some of his units crumble faster, I mean, because number counts, you know. Anyway, that is this game, so thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on social media. See you all next time.